Hey, hello again, everybody. Sebastian here with another Watch Our Realms video. Don't pay attention to the guy behind me because the guy behind me had technical difficulties while he was recording his summons earlier today. So here I am to narrate them now, especially as to how I went and approached having the two different banners and tried to figure out what would be the best way to optimize the acquisition of legendaries, given the fact that one of them was going to be guaranteed at 250. So Dahlia was the primary reason why we summoned this weekend, and my goal was to get Magda in the account too if I could do it as well. So in the meantime that I was summoning, I was actually telling you some stuff about the channels. So as soon as it starts with the button, we can go ahead and get started and actually tell you a couple of things that I did have in mind while the summons were going on. So one of the things that I had written down is that we were at 174. So you're going to see me here do a 10 because I was figuring, hey, what would be the odds of me getting Dahlia on the first 10? So since we didn't get him, we didn't get her, I then decided to go into the other banner and go ahead and get to pity with that. Now, the thing is, I started out with singles here really quickly. So it kind of extended out what I was actually telling you in regards of what's going on with the channel and the opportunities now that haven't been extended. Now that you have helped me become a content creator that has access to the Watcher of Realms test server. So because of that, I want to thank you all for liking, subscribing, watching the videos. It did help immensely in terms of getting the compliments done, and hopefully now I can bring you a lot more content, not only from test server side, but we still have the Forerunners account. I'm not gonna let that die. I'm not gonna, because a lot of the new content sometimes does pop into the Forerunners before it does into the test server. So I'm gonna try to combine both of them and make sure that I can bring you a little bit of a heads up as to what then is coming up into the global account. All right, so here we are in the singles, where I'm gonna get to about 204. So you're gonna see me try to figure out in my head, where am I at? And I was thinking, oh, I might be at 204, but it's actually 194. But you'll see. Eventually, we'll get there, and let's show you what the first legendary is, I guess, in that. The other thing that I wanted to share with you is that my good friend John made a Discord. I don't have the time to really run a Discord, even keep it up to date. But he decided that he was just going to create it and invite some of his guildmates into it, because a lot of these former guildmates of mine have come over from the Raid Shadow Legends days. So now they're playing Watch Our Realms. So he just wanted to put us all back together. He created this Discord, and right now is primarily all Watch Our Realms content. We talk about stuff, and I also I kind of give them a heads up of what I find out and things that they should look out for before content comes into global from the Forerunner. So I welcome you to join it and come and be part of that discussion. I will put the invitation code here in the video. At the same time, though, I will also, you can see on the screen here that I'm going to put the invitation code. I also want to invite you to the Dragon Slayers community Discord. Just invitation code Dragon Slayers. There is where I'm primarily hanging out, discussing the game with my guildmates along with the community, because we're our cluster. And so if you're interested to find out what Dragon Slayers is about, please come join us and talk about the game. So that's another open invitation that I can give you. So that's essentially what I was talking while I was doing these summons here. Now here is I'm gonna realize in my head I'm going way over here, and I started the singles a little bit too quickly. So here I'm realizing now I was off in my count. So now I'm gonna hit the single, because now we are on hot crystals. We were at hot crystals at this point. So here comes the first legendary of the night. And it happened to be a Sadie. Now, my Sadie's already A5, so unfortunately this one is going to get burned. Not of a big deal, but it was a pity pool, so it was kind of a little bit disappointing. But now this allowed me to continue on in the Dahlia summons, and now we can kind of see what we're gonna get from this. Right, so let's do the first 10. Okay, here we go, and a lot of blue. Now here I was also talking about to remember, keep copies of epics. All right, keep copies of epics. 2 reasons. One, you're going to need them for the Odyssey quests. All right, there's one where you're gonna have to burn 5 very early on, and then there's another one where I think you have to burn 20. And you're also going to need the fodder for the Mica fusion. So Dallin, the Zira, Abilene, and Imani. Keep copy of one of those. As soon as that goes into global, you're going to be able to fuse it just like Abomination. So you probably have heard by it by now. I even let the people in my Discord know ahead of time before they summon that they needed to keep those epics if they wanted to get Mica right away. All right, so here I got it to 0, so we can then add her to the pool. And I was already starting to collect epics for the Odyssey quest, the one with 20. So luckily I had the 4 that I need. And now I just can burn those and then get a copy of the extras. So here, kind of in the middle, we finally got 1. And this one ended up being Dahlia. Yes, we got her early. We got her early. Very good hero. Very good hero. We had to add her to the account. You never know what type of content's coming up in the future that we're going to possibly need her. Especially with the poison mechanic. I think the poison mechanic and how they kind of tool that along with the neurotoxin, just in her range is so unique, so you know something's up. So there we go. Dahlia came in early. We didn't have to burn a whole lot of crystals. I think it was 80, 90, but it was enough for me to then switch over to the Magda banner and try to get her there. Okay, so now here I'm just going through my divines. I'm burning these. I have them. They're the bane of my existence. I really hate them because I think that before I burned these, it took me 22 to get a legendary out of them. So I never hold out a lot of hope from them. But you can see here we got 3 epics out of it. One of them ended up being Tessera. So you kind of then I have some extra fusion fodder. All right, so here we're going to switch over to the rare crystal, and now we're going to go ahead and summon this part of it and see how deep we need to go for the next legendary. Now, while this is going on, there's the other announcement that I wanted to make, which is the Arcturos from the Dragon Slayer community and myself, we got together and we decided to kind of put a podcast in a sense. We're going to do weekly episodes. We were trying to do it live. That is causing a little bit more of technical headaches than I needed to. So we're just going to record them for now. And this podcast or series is really going to focus on news from Watcher of Realms. We're just going to go over them, let you know things that we've been hearing, things to keep an eye on for. We give you updates from the Forerunner server, and at the same time, we are going to be picking a topic of discussion for that particular week. With that, it actually includes community input. So if you want to join the Dragon Slayers community, come over and you look for a thread that's called Wars Going On. just give us your thought about something that might be bugging you or something that you want to compliment about the game. And then we go in there and we pick one specific topic and we try to cover within the 20-25 minute span of the episode for the week. And we give our thoughts on it. And then hopefully later on, we are able to bring the community and try to get live feedback or live points of view. And are also going to be working on getting guests into the episodes and, you know, kind of have like a CC chat and then give you possibly different perspectives of what we think Mountain should do regarding the game or things that we hope to see in the game in the future. So, all right, so you kind of saw here, it was a little bit of a bust. We didn't get anything else, so here is where I decided I'm gonna go clean things off and then think about what I'm gonna do to wrap up the session. Now I'm settled in. We cleaned everything up. We wiped. We looked at corridor. We went to the Oracle trials. We got a couple of divines. We're gonna summon those divines because we are determined to get Magda into the account. So here we go. We're gonna summon these two, and we got a gluttony, and that's why I don't like divines. Got the Daemon. All right, so let's go back to the rare crystals and let's wrap this up. So my goal here was just go to pity or just get one legendary and whatever happens happen. Right, come on, Mountain, be nice, give us what we want. Here we go. When the appropriate time comes, I'm gonna take myself off screen and then you can watch the person that had problems with OVS early on, honest reaction as to what happened when this particular summon got into the account. So, as you can see, we're going through them. I mean, it was hard enough to get it. So here we go. We got it to pop, and now we're just waiting. We are waiting. What are we going to get? Right at the top, and we got Magda. Yes, sir. We added her to the account, and so we that's just it. That's pretty much what I wanted to do for the session. I don't need to pursue any awakenings. They'll most likely come naturally as we play the game here in the future. I just wanted to get a copy of her into the account and make sure that we had her in case we needed her. I do like to play with her a lot anyway. If you saw, I did a showcase on Magda in my Forerunners account. But then here we also added Dahlia, so it's a good weekend. We added 2 heroes to the account, and you know, we'll take it. We had to burn a lot of crystals, but we got the 2 here. So I'm gonna tell you guys again, thank you very much for tuning in and watching. I do apologize for the technical difficulties, but I wanted to make sure that you watched the summons in this account. And please hit like and subscribe on your way out. I hope to bring a lot more content in the future, and I will see you all next time on the next Watch Your Realms video.